Hello and welcome to the Knitting on the Run podcast, where it's always knitting and fun in 30 minutes or less. Show notes can be found at windsweptknits.com. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Windswept Monique and on Facebook as Windswept Knits. This is episode 123, recorded Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. Thank you for all your kind words after the last episode. Yes, I really am feeling fine. No harmful effects so far that I'm aware of. I'm feeling good. Yeah, doing great. Thank you. Thank you all. You're so sweet. I really appreciate it. On to the finished objects. So I do have a couple finished objects since I was kind of taking it easy a little bit, the past couple weeks. I have finished 2 more knitted knockers. I'm knitting these in Bamboo Pop from Universal Yarns. I've got 3 different skin tone colors of Bamboo Pop, 1 dark, 1 medium, 1 light. So I am currently working with this lovely shade of dark brown, and I have now 3 complete, and I've got enough left to make 1 more. I am making all size Ds because about a month-ish or so ago now, the Knitted Knockers organization said they were in desperate need of size D knockers in neutral colors. So I am going to make 4 Ds out of each of these skeins. And now I have 3 done in one of them, so I'm very happy with that. This currently is the middle of Banned Book Week here in the USA. So on Sunday night, I started knitting the Banned Bigots Not Books hat. This is a pattern by Dr. Lana. From the Lattes and Llamas design group, and I finished it today, actually. I really enjoyed working on it. I did not expect to finish it quite this quickly, but my son ended up being homesick from school with a cold for a couple days. Thankfully, just a cold, not COVID. We're all good. But I had a lot of time sitting around with him on the sofa, so I have myself a new hat. I did not get gauge, even though I was using a smaller yarn, a thinner yarn, I should say, than called for. My gauge was bigger, so I ended up having to knit the smallest size of the pattern as written to get one of the larger sizes as written, if you take my meaning. So it's a little bit big for a head size, but that's actually good for me because I have curly hair, and so we prefer not to have those super tight fitted hats because they make your hair look flat when you take them off. So this one will actually work for me in the winter without squishing all my curls. So I am very happy with it, and it says, I should probably describe it to you. It says Banned Bigots Not Books across the front half of it, and then the crown is like flames, basically, that come out of the words. So it was really cute. I've got a bunch of compliments on it, and the weather is going to get really cold in about 3 days, so I'll probably be wearing it pretty soon, actually. Works in progress. I've got several. Most of them are pretty much the ones you've been hearing for a little while. I have not really started anything much new besides the hat I just mentioned. I've got the 4th knitted knocker from that one skein of Bamboo Pop, and I hopefully will finish that fairly soon. I've been working on the Runaway Shorties by Sarah Jordan, aka Knitwit Designs. These are an ankle sock with a little tab in the back, so they're those kind of, how the kids love the socks that are like no-shows? They're kind of like that, but they just have a tab in the back so that they won't fall down into your shoes, and then the cuff is a double thickness to prevent your shoe from rubbing on your foot. So it's cuff down. I finish the cuff, turn the heel, and I'm about halfway down the foot of the sock. I'm working on these in CobaSi, which is a wool-free sock yarn made out of cotton, bamboo, silk, and nylon, and I'm using the indigo colorway, which is a rich, deep blue. The Summer Happiness top by Concept Creative, still working on that. As I mentioned last time, I started the second piece already. I've gotten to kind of the middle area of the pink. So I'm working on this in a skein of yarn by Sheepja's Whirl. It comes in one of those kind of pre-wound cakes. It's a cotton and acrylic blend, I believe, and it's one of those yarns that fades from one color to the next, one strand at a time. So the colorway I'm using goes from dark pink through about a billion color changes all the way to kind of like a mid-tone blue, all the way through the rainbow. So pink to light pink to yellow to light green to dark green to aqua to blue, etc., etc. But it's not a sharp change. It's one strand of the yarn changes colorway at a time. So it's a very gradual blend. So I'm in the pinks now, as it were. And it's coming along very nicely. The last time I pulled it out, I had it at a stitching group and I wasn't paying attention and I screwed it up and I had to I had to take out everything I'd done that night. I was kind of annoyed at myself, but it's still coming along nicely. The Vivian sweater by Ysolda Teague is also coming along really well. I'm knitting this in Lana, Grossa, Elastico in the dark green colorway. This is a heavily cabled sweater that I first made 13-ish years ago before I had kids. I love the sweater, even despite it being bottom up, and I'm not a bottom up sweater fan normally. I decided to make myself a new one to fit my current body because my body shape has changed in the past, 13 years. I've had 2 kids. As for the sweater itself, I've finished the body and the first sleeve, and I have started the second sleeve. So I'm very excited about that because once you finish the second sleeve, you join them all together and you basically just do the shoulders and the shoulder saddle. I'm not going to make the hood. So once I get the second sleeve done, I will be really close to finishing. Out and about upcoming fiber events in the Northeast USA and virtual, and there are a lot of them coming up. So first off, Pigskin Party is currently ongoing. I'm participating in this one, and it ends after the Super Bowl in February. You can join now, and anything that you cast on after the start date, which I think was September 7th, anything you cast on after that date is eligible. So go ahead, join a team, and have fun. It's a great time. It really is. And you don't have to do a ton of participation if you don't want to. You can just say hi to your group and just like, hey, I'm the quiet one, just here to help you all earn points. Or if you're really chatty, there's tons of chat threads you can join. So it's all how you want to play it. The Fryeburg Fair in Maine is currently ongoing. It ends on October 8th. New York Sheep and Wool, aka Rhinebeck, is coming up October 21st and 22nd in Rhinebeck, New York, and I will not be there this year. I'm taking the year off. I will be in New Hampshire at a conference that day. Vogue Knitting Virtual will be happening on October 27th through the 29th. The Fiber Festival of New England, November 6th and 7th at the Eastern States Exhibition in Springfield, Massachusetts. Maryland Alpaca and Fleece Festival is November 11th and 12th in West Friendship, Maryland. The Pennsylvania Fall Fiber Festival is November 18th and 19th in Leesburg, Pennsylvania. Vogue Knitting Virtual will be back December 1st through 3rd, 2023, and then will be happening Vogue Knitting live in person in New York City is January 24th through 28th, 2024. Last up, we've got Maryland Sheep and Wool happening May 4th and 5th in 2024. So let's wrap up this episode with an I've Got Sunshine. So something really cool happening around here is I've started ice skating again. Can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but I've been going through some tendonitis in my shoulder, so swimming hasn't happened in months, to be honest with you. It's been really bugging me. So I needed to try to find some kind of exercise that was low impact on my knees, but, moved your body without also aggravating my shoulder. And I was like, I used to figure skate as a kid. I took lessons for like a year. I wasn't very good at it, but I really enjoyed it. And, I've been taking ballet lessons at an ice skating rink. Yeah, like a public skate. Let's go give this a try. So it's been fun. I've been skating the last few weeks. I actually took a class last night. I can't make it. So the way this particular rink does it is the public skating lessons that are open to the public are on Saturdays and Sundays. And we've had family over or been at family's presence away 5 of the last 6 weeks. So I knew that this fall I could not take a figure skating lesson. I'd have to miss most of them. So I asked my ballet teacher, hey, can I hire you for like a half-hour lesson just to get my feet back under myself? And hopefully sometime in the future I can take a real skating lesson again, maybe sign up for the Saturday lessons. And she's like, yeah, sure. So we met at the rink last night and I had a figure skating lesson and it was a lot of fun. And I remember more than I thought I did. I really need to work on my balance. I've got a ways to go. I can barely skate backwards, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to be doing turns and spins and fancy glides and loops anytime soon, but I am having a blast. And the best part is it doesn't feel like a workout. It feels like fun, and I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. So yay for ice skating. And if any of you live nearby where the rinks are, check to see if you have public skating things. A lot of them will do ice rental, like ice skating rentals. So if you don't own skates, it's not that expensive to rent a pair of skates and then go hit the ice and see how you do. It's a lot of fun. We'll wrap it up there. I hope you all have a wonderful next few weeks, and I will see you in the middle of October. Bye-bye.